One thing I gotta say about these BBLs is that they can either look good or look terrible, because I've already spoken my opinions on this in the past, but let's just say that for the most part, they're not good looking. And now all of a sudden you got these queer and sugar men getting BBLs as well. Drake got a BBL on his abs. I mean, I think people nowadays are very insecure within their bodies, so they just feel the need to like go under the knife instead of going to the gym and just working for it. If they want to mess their lives up, let them. You can't really convince them. You can't really tell them nothing. You told them the truth. Let them screw their lives up. So shout out to this content creator. Link down below. Let's get to it.
BBL regrets. So I had a BBL. It's been over 4 years since I got it done, and I regret it.
I got a BBL back in 2021 in the middle of the pandemic, and the reason why I say I hate it sometimes is because the way that it's shaped, is a little, I don't know.
Sometimes I regret my BBL, and don't get me wrong, I love a fat ass bitch. I love a big fat ass that jiggles when it walks.
Yeah,
I love
sure
it.
you do.
But the trend is now skinny.
Get unready with me while I talk about how being gifted a BBL for my 16th birthday ruined my life.
Getting a BBL ruined my life.
Another question that I have gotten many times is, do I have any regrets? I have a lot of them, and I'm going to tell you why. One of them, and I know you guys are going to be like, what, is the BBL. I really wish I never did it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Or buying your girl a coffee. I just want to give a quick shout out to my first Faye ambassador. Shout out to Nefertiti. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to sign up for memberships or sign up to be an ambassador as well to receive a shout out, the link will be in the description down below. Hey y'all, I just want to pop in here and have the conversation about all these broads coming out and saying how they regret their BBLs. Now, if y'all don't remember, okay, back in the day when we said, hey, those BBLs are a bad idea, I don't know if you want to be playing with your life like that. They all called us broke. Okay, they said if you had it, you would. But now the
What?
truth.
Oh
the
my
truth
God.
is
Whoa.
and a lot.
Why does she look like a cartoon character? What? Yo, I've seen so much worse than this on my Instagram For You page, bro. Every day I go to Instagram, I go to my For You page, I see nothing but 304s posting thirst traps, bikini pictures with their BBLs and stuff like that. And a lot of them probably promoted their OnlyFans. Or you could call it that.
They got on here and was glazing the whole idea of getting a BBL, telling us that we were broke and just we were upset
Girl,
and
you look
jealous of
you
the
look
fact
like a
that they
damn
went
character.
under the knife. Now they're coming out and finally telling us the truth about how they feel post BBL. We're not going to talk about how crazy it looks. I feel like that conversation is a dead horse. We already know it looks crazy as hell. It looks like a club outfit that you can't take off. It does not look like it's meant for the world. It's not. It's official. It's fake. Outside of that,
I like how he's making fun of the
so many health issues. I
Yo!
this video of a woman that got a BBL and she
Look at that! What? Is she carrying biscuits and watermelons under there? Like, what makes them think this is cute? I don't know how they wipe themselves, bathe themselves, taking a shower, washing up. Like, how they gonna reach back there with all of this baggage under there? I'm I'm literally thinking that they're wearing some type of costume or something for a cosplay. Like you're cosplaying Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Kim Kardashian. But no, this is a real BBL. Like, what? What? And then you got simps on here with low IQ brain cells dating these buffoons. Like, why, bro? Just, it looks disgusting for real. Look at it. It looks like she's walking around with a bag of trash cans in her butt. Lord have mercy.
Meaning your skin cells, fat cells are dying inside of your body. And she had a literal hole in her booty cheek. And I was so disgusted listening to that story,
I've seen
but
this
I
before.
also commended her for finally being honest. A lot of the times, these heifers will have lumpy, disgusting looking booties.
And they're all getting
what
it
they'll
from
do is they'll put a filter over
idols
it
like
and try to
Cardi B and Kim
convince other women
Kardashian and
to
Nicki
get
Minaj
the same
now.
procedure that they got done, knowing it could ruin their lives. When they say misery loves company, this is a perfect example of this. If I know that this procedure has been detrimental to my life, then why would I go online and promote it? Try to make it look like something it isn't. The only reason someone would do that is because they want other women to make the same piss poor decision that they made so that they have comfort in numbers. Oh, look, I'm not alone. A bunch of other broads have lumpy booties full of necrosis. So I'm not alone. The men will have to date one of us because all of us, we all have lumpy BBL dying skin cell booties. That's the problem. So when it comes to this conversation about women finally coming out and telling the truth, I commend them on finally telling the truth. I just wish these broads would have told the truth sooner. You never know how many women they done influenced to go get the same lumpy ass that they have under the guise of it's going to make you more attractive to men, under the guise of it's going to give you opportunities. You'll be able to be an OnlyFans model or an Instagram model and make all this money.
I was just saying that a few minutes ago.
Whole time they're working at the gas station with a damn lumpy ass.
Having started my plastic surgery journey at such a young age, I would say I quite literally became addicted. I had 8 procedures by the time I was 21. So with my most recent body enhancement surgery that I had in 2022, I had major complications. I would go as far as to say I am borderline disabled. I can't do any of the things I used to be able to do and I enjoy doing.
Yeah, I want to know why.
I can't do yoga. I can't do, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things I can't do. Every decision that I make has to have an extra 2 seconds added on to be calculated, and you know what I mean? Like I have to actually calculate my movements to avoid causing further damage.
What's interesting?
Dang, bro. 8 procedures? Complications? Like, what's the goal here? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here? It's like, I get you want a bigger butt, but why not just go to the gym and just work for it instead of being lazy and going under the knife? It's like y'all are treating plastic surgeries like it's a game or something. Like, you want to look better than this person. It's like, whatever happened to the good old days when back then they didn't really have no plastic surgeries. Well, on Michael Jackson's part with the nose and everything, but I would not think that people nowadays would treat it like it's a joke. Getting plastic surgery is something that is important, especially if you have cancer or you have something going on in your body that needs to be fixed, a broken knee, a broken arm, a hip replacement, or kidney failure, heart failure. Those surgeries are the most important, right? But why get a BBL? Especially if you go into countries like Brazil, Miami, you know, those cities are known for killing a lot of women when it comes to getting BBLs. It's like, do you ever stop to think that maybe those things are pretty dangerous? Because I can tell you, based on the information I've heard in the past, if you're going to get a BBL, at least make sure you check with your doctors first before you decide to go and ruin your life. It's like, people just don't stop to think that maybe getting these procedures is life-threatening. But they don't care. Some survive it, and some don't make it out of it. I mean, DC Young Fly's wife passed away from getting the BBL. And she was already looking good before it. Like, why? It's like, porn stars, OnlyFans models, they look like monsters with plastic surgeries. I mean, they look so bad right now, I can't even take them seriously. I can't even treat them as women because they look like monsters from a movie out of a TV show. You're not going to gain fame or attraction. You're just gaining attractions in the wrong area. Like, you're giving people a reason to make fun of you. You look like a joke.
Anyone questioning BBLs, anyone calling out BBLs, we got called jealous, we got called broke, we got called a hater. Now the same conversation is happening, but from the other side, from the folks that actually have the BBL. Now they're saying the very same things we were saying years ago without actually having to go under the knife. The fact of the matter is, getting a BBL was a trend, and these broads were short-sighted. They did not think about the long-term implications of going under the knife and getting these surgeries.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't really here for the girls coming online talking about how they got their surgeries because of insecurities and they let social media get to their head and that, because when we as the people tried to say that, we was broke as hell. We ain't had the money to get it. If we had the money to get it, we would have did it too. And that we need to shut up because y'all are wrong about the real reason we're getting these BBLs. Like I seen Lotto say, oh, my body was T. Like before I got my surgery, my body was T. Yes, your body been T, Lotto. I remember I seen a picture of you. You was on the tree. You had a swimsuit on. You saw your tattoo, everything. Your ass was fat then. I have no idea why you went out there. I think that was even before your BBL. I don't know why you went out and got your BBL. Crazy as hell. Jada West talking about she got her first cosmetic surgery and
that and Indian Love. Between those two, I think Indian Love is the worst because when she would start dating DDG and all the other famous rappers, she was a 304 in the past, and she still is in her 30s. Now she's on social media crying for attention, begging men for money in order to date her. I'm telling you. Like, streamers, famous influencers, they all think and act alike, if not worse. Ever since she got that BBL, on her plastic surgeries, once she got to LA, it changes you for the worse. Your mindset is worse, your body is worse, because you want the attention from all the wrong places. On the internet, crying for attention because, of her ways. You're too late. I mean, you wasted your years, your youth, on the wrong people. You already give your life away. And Lotto, she's trifling. Her and 21 Savage had a baby, knowing that 21 Savage is a married man. I feel bad for the wife, for one thing, because I don't think she knew that 21 Savage was screwing around with Lotto. And the people are celebrating her having a baby by a married man is normalized all of a sudden. Like, how goofy can you be? Honestly.
You're a teenager. I don't understand why you feel like you need a fat ass and big ass titties at 18, 19. But when we try to say, oh, that was a little crazy, we didn't say you looked horrible with that. We just said it was a little crazy. We got called broke. You feel me? Y'all, we was told to shut up because if we had the funds, we would do it too. But now the real reasons of why y'all getting these surgeries is coming out. And just like we supposed to feel that, but it's like we been saying that, we been knew the reason y'all was getting these BBLs. Yeah. We're not slow. No matter what type of story y'all tried to sell us, we knew the real reason. So I'm just saying nothing that you're telling us is. Nothing we didn't already know.
Even with breast implants, there are a lot of women that are struggling health-wise because of breast implants. We've normalized them so much that people don't even talk about it. People don't even talk about how they can rupture, how they can literally get into your bloodstream and off you from the inside, or the fact that you got to get them redone after so many years. Nobody talks about this because we just see the glitz and the glam of having a good rack, having a rack that sits up, unnaturally so, that we don't talk about the negative effects of putting foreign objects into your body. So this BBL trend, it blew up because of social media. It blew up because that validation was there. People liking the photos or even the bots. Some people are bodying their validation, which is crazy to me. Everything gets so exaggerated. Bigger is better. People want to push the envelope so much because they want to stand out. It's not enough that you got a BBL that actually looks proportionate to your body. No, I have to take it a step further. That way people will notice me more. It's all about validation. And these broads are willing to destroy their health in search of that validation. So you'll have folks that will pump their body with a bunch of bullshit, just pump and pump and pump to the point where they look so exaggerated, whether it's the lip filler, whether it's the cheek filler, whether it's this or that, and they end up looking crazy.
And you want to know the sad part? And you want to know the sad part about this whole thing is that they'll sit there and lie and say that they're natural. Where Kim Kardashian has been lying about this for years. Her, Khloe, Kendall, Kylie, Bruce, Chris. It's like the women in the industry have always been the ones who lie about their plastic surgeries, denying and saying, "Oh, it's natural. They worked out and everything." But Coco, Nicole Austin, aka Ice-T's wife, the one who cheated on him one time, she had plastic surgery for years. So I know that her BBL is fake. Her boobs are fake. And yes, she's a mother now, but who cares? Coco has always had plastic surgeries. We already know the truth. It's like, why can't people just be honest with their plastic surgeries the same way they've always been honest with themselves, but they can't be honest about their bodies getting work done?
Talks about the maintenance of it. Okay, they don't talk to you about how the healing process is so trash. They don't talk to you about how if you don't get the right massages, your booty will be lumpy. They don't talk about how you have the possibility of your body rejecting the fat transfer. They don't talk about that until it's too late. Now we've gotten to the point where it's too late for a lot of broads. A lot of broads have gone under the knife. Some of them didn't even make it out from that. There are some women that literally died trying to chase the standard that men don't even like, that objectively doesn't even look good. All these women getting out here, they finally got their reality check, and they're coming clean about all of the regrets that they have. They regret how it looks.
She looks the worst. Like, oh my God, this
health complications and pains that they cannot get rid of because of this surgery.
The real reason I regret my BBLs is because I cannot sleep. I started getting these problems maybe like 2 years after I got the BBL. I can't sleep on my sides, right or left. I can't sleep on my back, and I can't sleep on my stomach.
I wonder why.
If I spend maybe 30 plus minutes on either side, it hurts. I literally cannot sleep at night because I'm always tossing and turning because I feel so much pressure. I don't have any health issues or anything. I'm very healthy for the most.
Delusions. You can't call yourself healthy. You have a BBL. So, of course, you're going to have health issues. Stop lying to yourself.
The fat was injected. Horrible. I hate it. I don't sleep. And that's why I regret it.
BBLs are one of the most dangerous elective surgeries that you could have. And you have folks going out here saving up $2,000 to get it on the cheap end. And it's just like, why are you playing with your health like that? Why? Just why? But see, here's another part of it. And it's not just the Misery Loves Company, the reason why these heifers push it to other heifers. It's because of the sunk cost fallacy. They made this decision and they were so big and bad about it. I'm going to get my BBL and see, I'm going to be happy. My life is going to be all together because I got my BBL. And so when they get the BBL and reality doesn't match what they fantasized about, then they're stuck in that sunk cost fallacy. They stick with that decision because they already spent the money, they already went through it. Rather than admitting it wasn't a good decision, they'll double down, they'll defend it publicly, and they'll convince themselves it was worth it. Or better yet, they'll try to convince you it was worth it for them because they don't want to admit they paid into something and it didn't pan out. So many problems that we have as humans would resolve itself if we were to just take the L and move forward. But a lot of us refuse to take the L. We'll just keep taking L's, hoping, praying that it'll eventually turn into a W. Even though we haven't changed the behavior, even though we haven't changed the approach, no, we'll just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. And that's what this is. It's psychotic at this point. So these heifers got the BBL, they're stuck in a sunk.
I'm not gonna lie, Lil' Kim used to be a fine babe back in the day. Like, she used to be a dime that every man wants to be with. But nowadays, she just looks like a whale. Like a penguin character from the Batman series. She looks goofy now. Like, it sucks to see her and Iggy Azalea. I mean, Iggy Azalea, for the most part, we know she has a BBL when she first came out. There's no denying it. Ever since she got one of them famous rappers, had a baby, calling herself being rich or famous on OnlyFans, only to flop. It's like, girl, what are you doing? Even she has plastic surgeries done on her as well. I mean, come on, we're not stupid here.
Like everything's great whole time, their butt hurts. Okay, their butt hurt because of their BBL. The reason why the trend is finally switching up and people are being honest about it.
What is this?
Because being
wait a minute. What the heck? Do y'all see how she's walking? I mean, the butt is not matching with the thighs, first of all. It looks like she just had a pop out, like it looks like a giant sized pimple, for one thing. She looks off. She looks funny. But, oh my God, this looks bad. This looks really bad, bro.
Sometimes I regret my BBL, and don't get me wrong, I love a fat ass, bitch. I love a big fat ass that jiggles when it walks. I love it. But the trend is now skinny. Itty mini tiny, okay? And I want to hop on that, bitch. I love an itty mini tiny queen. Like, it just, everything looks so classy and...
A low IQ 304 talking. How she likes a woman with a big booty, walking when it jiggles, skinny, tiny woman. And now she's on here regretting her BBL because she wants to hop on a train. You're a little too late for that, honey. You should have thought about that before you decided to ruin your life.
I'm running at the gym. I'm eating salads. And I look at my ass and I'm just like, it's humongous. And like, sometimes no one talks to you about like how embarrassing it is having a BBL, bitch, because you're walking around and like your ass is fat. You know what I mean? So people are just like, people are looking. Like, you catch people looking all the time, and it's, like, embarrassing. So you just end up, like, I don't know, just kind of embarrassed to have one. Which, okay, I still love it, and I'm still going to be itty-mini tiny with a fat ass. But I'm just saying, like, just think twice. I'm just rambling, but just think twice, bitch, if you want to get a BBL. Because, like, it's there, bitch. It's there. And it's, like, unless you're getting it liposuctioned out, which I guess you can do, working it off is...
And yet you made a decision to get it. So don't come on here and cry and complain about how you regret getting BBLs. Because you want to look like that other person so bad to the point where you're now regretting that decision. You want to know why I see 304s like this every time. They come on here and they cry and complain and regret their decision. Where they made a choice to get a BBL. They made a choice to live a certain lifestyle. But don't come turning the clock and turning back time because of the choice you made. You knew having a BBL would look stupid on you. And yet, you decided to get a BBL. And now all of a sudden you're regretting it. Too late. You made your choice.
There's been this push for everyone to slim down, and now the trend is being slimmer. The trend is no longer super exaggerated bodies. The trend now is regular bodies or being thin. Now, I don't think that we need to go back to the 2000s era where we called having just a little bit of fat on your body. Like, I mean, actually a little bit. You're still technically a normal weight for your height and body. Like, you're still in that zone of where you should be, but calling it fat. I remember them calling Britney Spears fat, which was crazy to me because she's always been skinny. We don't need to go back to that at all. We don't know. Hang it up. But because we're going back to normal sized body parts, the trend is shifting, and now folks want to come out and get ahead of the trend and talk about how they hate their BBLs, they regret their BBLs, they want to get it reversed, this, that, and third, because now they want to seek the new trend of being thin. The social media pressure of it all is crazy to me. This is why it's so important that you instill in your children to think for themselves and to not be easily swayed by other people's propaganda, because this is what it is. It's propaganda. The propaganda around BBL, lip filler, cheek filler, like all of that, it's propaganda because they're not telling you all of the negative side effects that come with that. They don't tell you about how filler moves all about your face and you end up with pillow face. They won't tell you about that. Just like they're not going to tell you about the necrosis until it's too late, until they've already convinced a bunch of broads to hit up their affiliate link for their doctor and get botched as well. Make sure that if you have small children, that you instill in them to think for themselves and to actually research and to not be easily swayed by the representative that everyone puts on for the internet. Please understand, surgery will never fix your insecurity. Oftentimes what you'll find is that folks will get that first surgery and then they'll see something else that they want to fix. I say that in air quotes, fix. And then they'll see something else and they'll see something else. And then next thing you know, they look like a cat lady. Like a literal cat lady. Like the face looks like that of a cat. Because of all the surgeries, it just does not look natural. It looks crazy. The surgery is not going to fix that insecurity. The only way you can fix that is if you do the internal work. The surgery is not going to fix that. And then on top of that, you're going to dig yourself into a financial hole. Because not only are you paying for the surgery, you also have to pay for the post-op. You also have to pay for when things go wrong. And a lot of the times, it does go wrong. And these heifers have to go back, get the surgery again, go back, get the surgery again. There are women out there that have gotten 3 BBLs, not because they just wanted a bigger butt, a fatter bootay. No, they had to go get it fixed. and then they had to go get it fixed again, and they're gonna go back and get it fixed again because it was never right. You're going back to get it fixed, but you're just breaking it even more. You're breaking your body. You're breaking your booty. Okay, leave your booty alone. While I do appreciate that they're finally coming out and telling the truth, look, it's a little too late at this point. So many women have ruined their lives chasing this fantasy, chasing this unrealistic expectation, thinking that a BBL was going to solve their problems. And it just gave them more problems, worse problems. People need to stop making permanent decisions based on temporary trends. That's how a lot of these heifers ended up in the position that they're in. Temporary trends, long-term, lifelong decisions that could potentially destroy your life, whether it's creating chronic pain that you can't get rid of or literally maiming yourself to the point where they have to cut out a piece, a chunk of your booty. Shout out to these women for finally telling the truth, okay? Even though I think it's a little too late, too little too late. And we don't forget that y'all called us broke when we said the very same thing. When we pointed out all these different issues, okay? Y'all called us broke. Y'all called us everything but a child of God. We're not going to forget that. But I guess thank you for finally coming out and telling the truth. But shout out to the women that told the truth the first time. Shout out to the women that got the BBL and immediately, once they saw negative side effects, they told others. They did not hide it. They did not try to pretend like everything was all good and cutesy. No, they told the truth. Shout out to them, for real, because those are the ones who didn't have a sunk cost fallacy. Those are the ones who didn't want to mislead other women into making a piss poor decision that they did. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below.
The only saying that now is because they regret getting BBLs, when they should have just said no from the jump and just go to the gym and actually work for it. Like, I'd rather take natural women who worked for it, worked for their bodies, who took care of themselves and stayed healthy. I'd rather take those women seriously who prioritize of inspiring others to get fit and healthy and do it the right way. Not going under the knife as far as like, yeah, I had to change my tank top because I was looking funny in that. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you felt some type of insecurities within your body, just go to the gym. Hit the weights, hit the squats, and just don't go the lazy route. And for the men that are watching this, I'm talking to you too. If your girl starts making fun of you about your private parts, work for it. Don't go under the knife. On both sides. Because looking at this clip, I'm reminded of so many corn stars and OF models and a lot of Playboy models who had surgeries done on their bodies for years, and they go around denying it and making it seem like, oh, I'm natural this, I'm natural that, but they're not. They're lying to themselves. They try to cope with the feeling of being not appreciated in life. And the ones that I try to tell you for years not to get it, you went and got it anyway, and now you're regretting it. You're too little too late. You not only did it to yourself, but you ruined your life. And you wonder why men don't want y'all because of it. So, link to the original video down below. Shout out to this content creator for this banger video, even though it was cringeworthy because of the women on there with plastics all over their bodies and look like monsters. So, I'm gonna holler at you on my next one.